All right, y'all. Good morning. Happy Sunday to everybody tuning in today. And if you were tuning into this episode of Coob's Corner on another day, happy day to you guys as well. And we are coming at you all with episode 3 on Coob's Corner. This thing is rolling right along. Really enjoying this stuff after the first couple of episodes. So again, I'm going to try to make it a consistent thing every single day. At least during the weekdays, Monday through Friday for sure. Weekends here and there, if I'm around or if there's some stuff that I think would be important to get off my chest or some different things that might relate to the weekend or what have you. But consistency in terms of Monday through Friday for sure is what I'm thinking as of this point. But we're going to jump right into it today. I got 4 things from everybody. 4 separate quotes or ideas from a couple of different books and passages that I was reading about this morning and that I want to share with everybody today. Okay, and the first one is going to come from the book Team of Rivals, stemming from page 54. Team of Rivals, talking about Abraham Lincoln and his lineage of his life and how it kind of shows where he started and how he kind of grew to the ranks of the presidency, and once he was in the seat, how he handled different situations, whatnot. A big, thick, like 800-page book. Took me about a year to navigate that whole thing, but some really cool stuff in there from clearly an exceptional leader in a multitude of ways. So again, coming from page 54 of that book, the quote reads this: "Always bear in mind that your own resolution to succeed is more important than any other one thing." Your own resolution to succeed amongst anything else. And what a quote, what an idea, and what a simplified way to think about our different approaches in our life. Maybe it's our job, maybe it's our family, our personal life, our health, quite literally anything. And my first thought when I read that this morning and when I started thinking about that is that we are strong and able and more than have more than enough capacity to do the things we want in our life regardless of where we're sitting. Now, it may be easy to say that if you're sitting in a certain spot, depending on demographic, where you come from or whatnot. But there's something about the human heart, the human soul, and the human drive that if you really set your mind to something, a lot of great stuff can stimulate from that. And sometimes if we place too much trust or too much, too many eggs in one basket with other people in terms of kind of helping us get there, yes, that could work out sometimes, but people are always going to fail us. We're going to fail other people. That's just how it all works. But we have to rely on ourselves first and foremost to get the job done in whatever capacity we're looking at. And I think we can find that perspective and really hone in on that thing. That's really powerful, and that's going to go a long way for us. Again, whether it's our family, personal life, professions, hobbies, whatever, our own resolve, our own resolution is what's going to get us there. So Abraham Lincoln coming with the heat on that one, and that book really talks about how he was able to do that amidst the trials and tribulations of life and the presidency and different things along the way. And again, was it easy all the time? Did he always succeed in doing this? No, he didn't. No, he didn't. But this is what he learned through failing and succeeding at these different things, and that's what he found helps best when it comes to kind of climbing the ranks or finding success in whatever realm. So really cool stuff right there. Now, number 2, second thing I want to talk about today, coming from the book Legacy, talking about the All Blacks rugby team out of New Zealand, one of the most prominent sports teams in the history of the world, regardless of sport, soccer, football, whatever. All Blacks up there with the best, top 5, top 3, maybe the best of all time. And this book kind of talks about the organization and how they go about their business. And again, learning from one of the best, I think, is always a good idea. And I certainly did that with this book. So the quote I want to touch on today is this one. They say, or the idea, They say the organizational decline is inevitable unless leaders prepare for change, even when standing at the pinnacle of success. One more time, because I kind of fumbled my words there. Organizational decline is inevitable unless leaders prepare for change, even when standing at the pinnacle of success. And to me, that's kind of a reverse psychology thing, kind of reversing the whole way of going about that. Because I think when people think of change or when it's necessary, when we have to make those things happen, it's when we've fallen off the wagon a little bit, or we're at a low point or whatnot. And yes, of course, we have to change at those points because clearly something got us to where we're at in those situations. But if we want to remain at the pinnacle of success, you have to keep changing and changing and changing even when you're there. Because just because you reach it doesn't mean you're going to stay there because of what already got you there. No, people are not gunning for you. The game is changing. People are changing, whatnot. So once you get there, or not even once you get there, but as you're climbing, you're still always evolving. So you can't just change when stuff is going bad, but even maybe more importantly when it's going good as well. So you win the national championship, you win the world championship in rugby. You're the CEO of a company, you get it from, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because there's always something else to improve upon no matter what it is. And again, change has to come at the pinnacle, not just at the low points. And obviously they've done an exceptional job of exemplifying that through all of their different wins and championships, and even above all that, the people that they develop within that organization. So pretty cool stuff right there coming from legacy. And then number 3, really cool, in my time there in Ohio State, my time at Ohio State, working with the football team there, we had the opportunity to have the athletic director, Gene Smith, come in and talk to us a few times. And I loved when he came to talk because there was always something to learn and grow from him. Got my Mr. mug here. Shout out to Kelly Klein for the mug. Went in a few months. Anyways, Gene Smith, AD at Ohio State, always brought that heat, always had something. I remember one time he was talking about emotional intelligence, and I still have that article that he gave us on that in my notebook, in my backpack, carry that wherever I go, always something to learn from that. But he was talking about jobs on this particular day, and how no matter what kind of job you currently have or are currently in, he said this: the best job in the world is the job that you have right now. So what does he mean by that? Does he mean that wherever you're at currently, that you have to love every single second of that? That's what you're going to do for the rest of your life? Anything along those lines? Of course not. Not what he's getting at. What he explained that as, though, is if you have a goal, you have a vision of where you want to get to, whatever you are doing currently, and the thing that you learn, the habits that you developed, the people that you meet, that is the most important step right now in terms of gaining or growing to those next steps of your life to ultimately reach the pinnacle. And I remember he related it to, the first year on a football team. Okay, are you where you want to be playing time-wise? Probably not. Are you where you want to be in terms of your coach's eyes? Probably not. Are you there physically yet? Probably not. But right now, the things that you are doing are laying the foundation to allow you the opportunity to get there one day. So, again, does it mean I have to love my job every single second of every single day, whatever I'm doing if I like it? No, you don't. No, you don't. But if you can be purposeful in your work every single day and learn things and grow and whatnot, you will get there eventually if you can take on that mindset and perspective. And that's what he found. That's where he found success when it comes to his own stuff. So, one more time, the best job in the world is the job you have right now. Pretty cool stuff right there from Mr. Gene Smith, athletic director at Ohio State. All right. And then last one. This is really cool. This comes from a guy by the name of Jim Quick. Jim, yep. Kwik. Jim Quick. I don't even know how you want to classify this guy. Maybe brain expert, learning expert, brain function guru, what have you. But really cool dude. And learned this stuff along the way, just like anybody else that I think becomes a master at something. They've had their own trials and tribulations when it comes to learning and growing and doing different things like that. And this guy is no different. In this particular podcast episode, where he was talking about getting into a creative flow and how can I get there? How can I get there? And he was talking about focus and challenge in terms of getting there. And this really struck me. I thought it was really cool because I always preach, challenge, 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 perspective, whatever. That's what's going to allow you to grow. But how much challenge do you need? Is it going to be an underwhelming challenge, an overwhelming challenge? What should the challenge look like where you can maximize the learning and the growth in that moment with that challenge? And he kind of hit it on the head with this one. He said, and I quote, "We focus better when the challenge ahead of us is 4% greater than our skill set." So whatever our current skill set is, something that's 4% kind of above that threshold is going to push us just enough to where we're going to grow and grow and grow and not get overwhelmed, though, by the situation. Because just like, if I were to go out and play basketball with LeBron James, his skill set is definitely 4% greater than mine. So maybe I'm not getting too much better, but hey, maybe the kid around the block is 4% or 5% better than me. I need to go play with that cat, because that's just enough of a challenge where I can still find a little bit of success, but the growth I'm going to find in doing so is going to allow me to keep chipping away in a positive way that will keep me coming back, keeps me stimulated, whatnot. Because the second thing he kind of talked about was where if something's too underwhelming or not enough of a challenge, I lose engagement. I'm just not going to be present. Or if it's too much of a challenge, too overwhelming, same thing. I turn it off. I'm not focused. I'm not getting anywhere. So it's kind of right outside your comfort zone. And he said that if there's too much fear or anxiety, it blocks the flow state of learning. So again, focusing better when the challenge ahead of us is 4% greater than our current skill set. Pretty cool stuff right there. So that's what I got for y'all today. Wrapping up episode 3 on Coob's Corner. If you are watching this right now, please subscribe to the channel, share it with everybody that you know. This thing is only going to get bigger and better. Really enjoying it so far. Like I said at the start, and yeah, man, we're going to keep on popping. Y'all have a fantastic day. Seek challenge and perspective in some sort of arena today so you can find that growth 4% better maybe with that challenge. All right, so y'all have a fantastic day. Appreciate you guys. Coach Coob.